Semifinal number 2. Who joins Happy in the grand final? It's between two of the greatest that this game has ever seen. 1-0, the first Undead WGL winner, and Lin, the second Korean WCG winner. This is peak Warcraft, everybody. Orc versus Undead, one of the best matchups that we have in the scene as well. Both on fire, I gotta say. Especially 1-0, currently number 1 in the ELO ranking. Over Happy, quite a bit over Happy actually. And Lin, he's a master in whatever he does. But Lin has shown some flaws. Maybe he's a little overplayed. There was a lot of tournaments recently with TP League and Show Cup and TeD Cup and everything coming up in very, very quick succession. He has shown flaws. Labyrinth was able to take a map off of him. Lin has to play better than 2 days ago. Lin has to play on the level of the 4 maps he won versus Happy in the Show Cups. Otherwise, this victory is going towards 1-0. Just like last time in TP League, it was a 2-1. In the last TeD Cup, Lin was successful with 2-1, but these guys are trading victory every single time. So, what are the strats? What are the heroes? What's the play? Let's get it on. We promised you a lot! Looking at the top 4. And hopefully, we're now able to deliver. It's the Blade Master opening with Grunts and Shop as expected. 1-0 with DK and Ghouls. Interesting. We don't see too many Crypt Lord openings against this Blade Master who is rushing across, but 1-0 got the information, saw the movement, no item drops whatsoever, no creeping, just straight up aggression. Today's storyline was the 2 greatest undeads against the most decorated players of this entire scene in Moon and Lin. The first undead was successful. Blade Master rushes across, steals the item. That's a ring +3, nice little damage boost. But he's getting surrounded there, has to invest another Windwalk to get out. He's going straight for Acolytes. The tech has started. Brave move by 1-0, but he knows he has 3 coils to work with. And the Blade Master without claws or any damage boost, it's just not enough. That's a weird opening. 2 more Windwalks. Yeah, very little damage. There's the coil, of course, in time. Lin is coming into this game with a knife between his teeth. And ultra aggression. Oh, that's the next Windwalk. 1-0 so far with the perfect counters, and now Lin's gotta be careful. If he gets surrounded one more time, he's just dead. 1 creep steal is enough to delay the level 2 of the DK, but this is grave danger for Lin. The confidence in his skills to always react perfectly. Lots of damage done to these ghouls, I can see it. Why he keeps on being this aggressive. All the ghouls on the silver platter and Grunt as a little bit of a bait, but you gotta retract. This is a very fast tech.
Are under attack.
Oh, can't lose the Grunt. But Warchief taking care of his units. 1-0 with a little slip here that could have been a surround. A nice inventory for 1-0 right off the bat. Blade, still no Windwalk. And that is level 2 then. 1-0 knows he has basically nothing to fear. And I'm not sure if I like this early game. A very delayed Blade Master. Lin already on the back foot. Going tier 3, going Beastery, going Shadow Hunter. This is a classic play. No distraction into Expo that we've seen a couple of times recently.
player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, that should be level 3, since Lin didn't really steal anything of value. Now Lin struggles a bit to find him. Has 2 more windwalks. But the cheese is already off the bread. Coil through the forest, nice save. And 120 shows why he's currently the best in the world. We get a claw for the blade, this is necessary. Levels and items, both. Uh-oh, 120 is here. Right click, coil, this can't be prevented really except for the hex. But he's rather hexing the ghoul. And gives the full experience to the DK. Questionable choice by Lin. And the Shadowhunter's under a lot of pressure. There's 2 coils. And yeah, ghouls have been lost, but what about this grunt? He's running into his grave as it seems. There we go. Another kill. Demolition. With very little, 120 accomplishes so much, and look at the XP. Just look at it. Only an illusion here, but the vision was given. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Wyvern helps. Oh, it was only the illusion. Whoopsie. But 120 takes the bigger camps. He's on the way to tier 3. Lin is done with the tier 3, and this is where the strong orc timings begin with Tri-Hero. He's working on reinforced defenses. It's almost done, so the next incoming ghoul push the base should be safe. Scroll of the Beast, though.
The player's forces are under attack.
Shadowhunter second, we're getting there! Big investments by Lin into the early game. Didn't really pay off, but the map is still big, there's still lots of items. And it feels like 120 is giving Lin the time. Blade Master has to be here, he's a little late to the party! And with Coil Nova, that is of course an easy thing to grab. We got battle bongos on both sides now. Double illusion. Sneaky play, but 120 is not falling for it. It does buy time for the fountain. And if there's mods around here, I think the balance wine is getting a little out of hand. And takes the fun away for a lot of people, including me. TC out. Belt for the TC, not necessarily what he wanted. Rest of the camp goes to 120. This is not the most effective usage of time with its only experience and no item. But he wants to stay in the middle, wants to stay competitive. Dark Ranger third. And so far, only destroyers and only frenzy ghouls. This is the timing that Lin perfected against.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, actually not going into the base. Skeletal Scout. 3, 2, 1. I think... Oh, it's level 2 Windwalk. Huh. Interesting choice. As well as Spirit Walker, the addition. Cage, thank you for the sub. Blade Master versus Statues. That's the name of the game. Tower and burrows in perfect range. The architecture of the orc base, as always, almost flawless. But that shop, is that too vulnerable? Grubby pointed it out in his commentary. Should they build the shop in the back? If you look at this, the answer is yes. 3-3, almost 2. Big mana potion. Stolen on the right hand side. Lich solid damage. Dark Ranger has no silence yet, and with that, 1-0 won't fight. With that shop gone, there's no chance for a tiny. 1-0 has a lot of gold. And Lin is going into a third Kodo. He is the innovator in this matchup, no doubt. Ooh, that kill could have been level 3. Fiends are coming into the mix. Kodos like to eat them. With good positioning, you should be safe. Lin playing his Blade Master to the fullest now. Forces another destroyer, but that can easily be healed. Last red spot on the map. Oh, Lin wants to connect on it. Or collapse on it. And we got the levels that 1-0 needs. Silence, Nova 2, and also Aura 2. Onto the Kodos we go. Nice silence on the Shadow Hunter, but also almost a solid retreat. TC level 2, Aura unlocked, but the silence still wears. Good fight execution by 1-0 thus far. And the next Kodo is falling. Lin doesn't really stand a chance in this fight. He was the one supposed to be creepjacking, but he is getting quite slaughtered here today. On map 1 at least. 10 supply lead. Blade Master far away from crit 2. He needs big XP steals. 1-0 knows Blade Master still around. Can you engage against an undead at the fountain? Waiting for the last hit. Didn't get it. Nor the item. Oh, he could have needed this Boots of Kel'Thuzad for a little bit of damage boost. And Lin is a little bit out of options now. Has to play this a little base racy. Fiend goes down for nothing. Not sure if I like this Walker edition. It kind of feels necessary at some point. Because there is Frost Armor. There's Silence. There's Skeletons. Ooh, 1-0, feisty. Expanding on the back of all these fights. Oh, Nova. 1-0's army is pretty big now. Does Lin have an idea that this is happening? He got the Invo Potion, that's nice. Needs one on the TC as well. Lin's best bet is to fight close to his base again, in range of towers. He didn't rebuild the shop. No potions, no clarities. Ooh, that's quite an oversight. But fortified defenses help out. Ghoul Scouts, do you have an expansion? Nope. Spirit Link everywhere. Needs to be dispelled quickly, does so everything is nukeable now, but decides to defensively coil against ghouls. Interesting choice. Lin has to squeeze 3 Kodos through a bottleneck. That's not good. Invo Potion into Storm, but how do you get this TC out? Shadow Hunter needs a heal wave. It's ready now. Blade Master's doing a lot of damage towards the destroyers. So does the Wyvern, which is up for a surprisingly long time. Gets a 1-for-1 trade, but Lin needs more. The supply is even. The hero saves were good, and Tri-Hero Orc is better than Tri-Hero Undead in the later stages. He might not be there, but a second destroyer is falling. That's 10 supply dead. And Lin once again showing why he's the best orc in the game. And is alive. But just barely. 1-0's expansion is up and soon to be running. Strategic choice by 1-0 to run into a meat grinder, to fight in a meat grinder. Because he can replace everything in no time once this expo is up. And now Shu is on the other foot. Now Lin has to get out of his comfort zone. It's either a big investment with a tiny to even out the income, or push.
A player's forces are under attack.
This looks a little weird. Probably just sending the army to the left. This is inefficient. Was he willing to tiny but forgot to buy the tiny? Seems like it. Good 20 seconds that he's losing. 30 seconds, even more. And that is 600 gold. That didn't pay off yet. 1-0. Realizing what's happening. Lots of scouting going on. TC is close to 3. That is a game changer. He needs some big kills. Huge push by 1-0. And only a burrow to help. The stomps, the hexes, the focus fire needs to be on absolute point. Lin was behind pretty much the entire game. Stomp is fine on a lot, so is the Dispel. We have the Master upgrade ready, by the way. Solid amount of mana on this Walker who's nuked immediately. Nice silences. Can't save that one. Where's the damage against the Destroyer? We have some Headhunters. Kodo about to fall, but safe. Destro gone, and that's level 3 for the TC. Can he roam freely, or will he be silent? And the Shadow Hunter isn't. Nice positioning by Lin to a degree, but everything is so hurt. Level 4 on the Lich. This is very, very powerful now. It's all down to the blade, but was the choice of going level 2 Windwalk the wrong one? Does he need critical strike level 2? He doesn't have that. Still critting for 124. He takes out Decay. Now we got critical strike. The big levels are finally here. The Orc heroes gotta turn this around, and there might be a chance, but not without the SH. He wanted to heal, was a tad too late. GG. 1-0 takes map number 1 very convincingly. Everything was a little bit too late. The early aggression didn't pay off. Didn't delay level 2. Didn't delay creeping too much. Didn't equip the Blade Master. He wasn't able to harass too much. The choice of level 2 Windwalk, I don't necessarily like it. And 1-0 played this well. Circumvented the harass. Weird movement in the end by Lin. That Expo could have been up sooner. And we're getting closer to a happy versus 1-0 grand final. Okay, guys, you got warnings. Okay, then. 1-0 for 1-0, but these series, we oftentimes have full-out series between the two, and I don't expect anything else. Lin, you saw it in the Show Cup versus Happy. Sometimes takes some time to get online. Against Happy, it took him 3 full maps, and then he unleashed the Horde on the Emperor. Will the Necromancer share the same faith we're about to see? We have a Blade Master once again. Welcome to Autumn Leaves, a map where you can pimp the Blade Master like crazy. And again, shop outside the base. A little further to the right, but still very attackable. 1-0 on the other side. Ghoul build once again gives you a lot of presence in the early game. Is it again this instant aggression? I feel like creeping a little and then be aggressive is better. First blood. And that is what Lin is doing. Great minds think alike, eh? Early items here can make a trip to the shop, just like 1-0 is doing. Is he as much a fan of the circles as Happy is? He would buy them right away. There we go. A fragile build, but the DK is fairly tanky with a good mix of HP and armor. And with great movement, you should always be safe. Especially with the ring on top. Lots of rings already here on Amazonia. There is plenty of rings. We got the tech rolling. 1-0's tech quite a bit behind, but that's just the nature of the game.
Players' forces are under attack.
Of this matchup, at least. 1-0 also upgrading a Nerub tower without the biggest threat, identifying that this was the play for Lin last time. Gotta be ready for it. Nerub tower is really not that expensive. But that's a solid 30%, 1/3 of attack advantage for Lin. Ooh, that grunt took quite a beating. Uh-oh. What a gift this would have been! Okay, but the grunt is safe. Whew. Here comes the graveyard. Not the greatest point of attack, but we share the map and gobble up items. One to zero is level 3. What? What the hell? He's thinking the blade is around, eh? Nice little stutter stepping. Blade is somewhere entirely different. Really unlucky for Lin to only get rings. I think a mix of both is always the best.
Players' forces are under attack.
Now we got it unlocked. 4 rings. That is Autumn Leaves, everybody. Ooh, level 3 right at the perfect time. That's a grunt kill. Boop. Just like that. There might be another if he wants to invest all his mana. But no, I think he's ready with that. Lin a little careless. Allowing grunts to be below the kill threshold. Ooh, Lin's Berserker. What's this Berserker doing here? You know what, guys? I feel like Moon and Lin went out to get drinks together yesterday. Maybe that's the explanation. He salvages it. I guess the real plan with that Berserker was to pick up the hurt ghouls when they're in rotation. But he was so hurt himself that could have backfired very, very fast. Nice sentry ward for a lot of vision. For 1-0. Shadowhunter is out.
A player's forces are under attack.
And tier 3 got a carry. Again, Windwalk 2. in an early stage. Backstep, oh, double crit. Linstein's sword is up. Nothing extraordinary happening so far. And if things come down to the late game, Lin has a solid shot if he's not getting overwhelmed, but he's getting creep jacked. Oh, the timings by 1-0, pretty good, but this time he uses Hex against the Lich. That was important. Item, heal wards, not too bad. Nova on the Berserker, there's a grand prize on his head. Lot of experience, speed scroll invested, but another Nova can easily take the kill. But will he pay with his life for it? No, because there's a thing called Coil on the DK. Nice little exchange, especially if you're in favor of 1-0. And Lin's tier 3 is not as greedy as before. Courtesy of a Berserker, among other things.
A player's forces are under attack.
No statues to attack just yet. Tier 3 is around the corner. Reinforced defenses coming. Deny. These crits are not enough. If Lin wants to stand a chance, he needs more than that. Risky business now.
A player's force is under attack.
Tier 3 Dark Ranger orb timing. Without frenzy even. I think he can afford it. He's looking strong in every single fight we had so far. Basically no mistakes. Part of giant strength against hero focus, always appreciated. Not what he was looking at though. A little bit too late to snack anything. Lin has to hope that 1-0 is overcommitting into his base. Happy fell to this plenty of times, but these days I really think the prize on the head is the shot. Ooh, that was a bad stomp, to be honest. Only against the Dark Ranger. A little panicking. Call Nova against the Raider. Always a good target. Ghouls retreating. Feels like 1-0 just wants to shop and then leave. And why not? It takes Lin off the map. The damage taken currently is minimal because Lin is once again in his base. So tough to squeeze through this. What's the play? We don't have silence. We know that now. But oh boy. TC just dead. A bit disappointing these games today, aren't they? This is not the Lin of a little bit over a week ago from the Happy vs. Lin show match. It really feels like also 2 days ago that Lin is maybe a little bit overplayed. There's not this glimpses of genius. There's not the way out that he usually got. He's just... It's as simple as it gets, basically. Dealing no tremendous damage in the early game. Being contested in the mid game, so the levels can't unfold, and then the fights just work out. At least this time, he's able to knock down the second base. Shot is getting cancelled again. It's rough. It's rough, everybody. 1-0 confident, pushing into 2 burrows and a tower. The DPS of this base is crazy. But is it enough? This is exactly what Lin needs to come back into this game. But he is, thanks to that burrow being down, now also supply blocked. Okay, Hail Mary play without crit level 2. Good luck. The Storm hits the Lich, not the DK. Raider falling immediately, and that's a full mana DK. What can you do? Invo Potion to save the Lich. No Invo Potion on the TC at no time to leave his main, really. Hex, Blade Master, come on! No, the Frost Armor is doing so much, but the backstab secures the kill. Finally, something is going Lin's way. Now without Frost Armor, now without Nova and the Orb of Corruption, maybe something is doable here. Not saying that this is a real game changer. 1-0 is still ahead. What? No purchases? Circlet? Wow, no invul, really? But now it's a whole different game. Blade is back at the statues where he belongs. And the statues are falling. That takes away a lot of regen. If there was a chance to take out the second statue, that would be wonderful. But not just yet. We have a game, everybody. Oh, Coil, there's more. There's no Windwalk. Oh, no. He needs another, but gladly takes this. That shouldn't happen. No mana Blade Master. Out on the map against a full mana DK. And nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Seconds benched. That is time for the TC and Shadowhunter to creep finally. But 1-0 is on 2 bases. That is not something that regularly happens to Lin. That very, very rarely happens to Lin. And here we go. The destruction of the orc base continues. 30 seconds. Shadowhunter and TC both, they never get the levels. 1-0 strikes when the iron is hot. And again, the shop being killed early is a problem. I don't think that necessarily decided the game, but okay. Destro falling, traded against the Raider, but the Lich is level 3 now. Colnova is getting onto crazy, crazy territory. Lin needs a lot of crits in a row. It's Tally Staff. Okay, trying to distract, trying to go for the workers. But it's not normal that an undead is ahead in economy. Usually you see a tiny, usually you see pillage, gold piling up. Probably the plan all along, but with very, very little mana. Shadowhunter finally makes it to 3. Oh boy, was that level missing. Is the TC gonna get there as well? Looks like it. 120 is getting a consumable. He has a heal scroll and an invul at the moment. This is not that painful. One more kill would be painful, because then it's crit level 2. No disable against the staff, as silence doesn't prevent it. And the TC did get level 3. Lin, you've shown your excellency plenty of times in this matchup. 3 Kodos, 2 Wyvern, no walkers this time. Big difference. Wyvern are made out of paper, can be nuked. Can they bring the damage? While the Blade Master is an inch away from 4. The Kodos need to snack. This attack cannot happen. Supply is even for the last time in this game, probably. Lin needs to do big damage. No invo potion on Lin's side. First statue taken out, Raider saved by a heal wave. Critical strike level 2, you need to carry this fight. Oh, massive Nova into the back line. Hard to do, the Destroyer under fire, but only at 50%. The Stomp was okay, but not great. Oh, Lin, do you have to sustain? There's still a lot of mana to be working with. The ghouls clean out the headhunters. The Wyvern falls apart as well. What about the Kodos? The supply is a little bit misleading because 3 units are out of the fight, and Lin, he might be taking this. Statues ensnared. Next focus fire must be on them. 3 statues on the ground still. Shadowhunter is silenced. TC safe to the side, but Lin is alive still. Another Raider falling, so he can retreat. No ensnare currently. What's the next play, Lin? Kodo, this one's empty. 1 ghoul, 1 fiend. 5 supply in Kodo bellies. Blade can't die again. This is the moment where Orc heroes surpass undead heroes. Level 2 crit, level 2 heal wave, level 2 stomp. The 120 is playing this calm and collected. Chilling on his expansion. And Lin, again, decides to counter expand. Is that too late? He has to drain some resources off of 120.
The town is under Slayer's forces are under attack.
Double heal scroll, double, triple invo potion. Damn. 2 acolyte kills once again. I really don't like this A-bomb. Reveal. Shouldn't be enough. That A-bomb is the prime target for the Kodos. Lin stays in no upkeep. 120 breaks upkeep. It's not that much gold, it's only a 1k gold advantage.
Slayer's forces are under attack.
As he constantly shuts down this expansion. Giving Lin the red spot, giving 120 the red spot. Oh, Lin has an idea though. There's no TP. 120, did you bite off a little too much here? This game could turn right now. Oh, Invo Potion dodges the storm, but the DK needs to heal the Lich. Good damage output, 153. Katka's Pipe for 120. The perfect item, of course, would have been for both sides. TC in trouble, needs to go for this Invo Potion. Kodos have snagged the A-bomb and a Ghoul Blade Master. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, is he in trouble. The DK is waiting with the coil in his hands. Here comes the Hex dispelled immediately. Blade is out of this fight. Where is the damage coming from? Supply is still even-ish. Shadowhunter has so much mana to work with. Lin is buying time for the expansion. He probably was hoping for more, but at least he gets the second base up. More nukes, 2 headhunters down, make it 3. Math go wild, thank you for the sub. 6 months, less than 3 right back. In the meantime, Blade Master with a little bit of damage, health he still had, killed Acolytes again. And if Lin saturates this base, he's ahead economically. Still, double invo potion. The peons are coming. Lin, you need to protect them. No consumables on Lin's side. Lin is getting better and better and better into this series, thanks to the strong Orc heroes and good Kodos. But how do you salvage this? 10 supply ahead. Expo didn't pay off yet. Going for the statues, but a raider dies for the sins. Nuke on the blade is imminent. You can feel it. And he's out of that fight again. The silences are superb. Blade is alive, but the raider is not. Level 5 on the DK. He has a coil. We need the heal wave. We get the heal wave. Kodos have eaten. Oh, actually did not. Lin has so little to work with. And if you can't get the heroes, you go for the units, and that was a little bit too much. Lin distracted for a long time and almost fought back. If 1-0 gives him another minute or two, he can reestablish that army and get the items. But without items against Undead, you're kinda lost. And you have to go for them, and that is 2-0 for 1-0. That early game for Lin was again a disaster. Low levels, lost fights, lost shops. That can't happen. Or that shouldn't happen. They make the game so much harder for yourself. But just remember, 8 days ago, Happy had a 3-0 lead and still bottled the series. Can Lin do it again? A reverse sweep against one of the top undeads. Lin and Moon both not at the top of their game today. But against Happy, the entire series turned around on Turtle Rock. And you know what? The next map with 3 match points is Turtle Rock. Lin starting in the upper left-hand side with his back against the wall. Ooh. What? Blade Master grunts into headhunters. Oh snap! Is he trying to trick 1-0 into thinking that it's Farseer headhunters? That plan might just work. He sees the build now. That looks like Farseer headhunters. But it's not.
A player's forces are under attack.
He sees the grunt now, but that's nothing too uncommon. But he doesn't see a Farseer yet. That should be suspicious. Now he sees the blade. Like, what the hell then? He doesn't follow this up
Forces are under attack.
with headhunters just yet. But now he does. Oh, there. Killed the scout echo. Not too much experience on the Blade Master yet, but ghouls are starting to hurt. One denied. Can this work though? He's harassing as if this is a Farseer. But with the blade, he will not have the range attacks. Always has to go in. He has no shop to heal up after, at least not yet. He's farming skeleton. Oh, deny. Sweet. Oh, DK waiting in the shadows. Once this turtle gets attacked, DK can throw a coil. Counterattack doesn't work either. This is a weird game.
A player's forces
Not really sure where things are going. Ghouls are getting haunted. And the blade is not part of that anymore. He's on the right hand side. He might get a double whammy here. That's one. Nice little sidestep immediately, but won't prevent the kill. Okay, Lin. This is already the best early game you got in the entire series. Quick adaptation. Dark Ranger second. Does she work against Blade Master Headhunters as well?
Player's forces are under attack.
Now she was on the other foot. Well, 120 was waiting for a long time for the turtle to be crapped. He wants the last hit. Now Coil gets it though. Still level up. Very important by 120 to take both of the slippers away. Kind of filthy. Thank you for the sub. 3-2 comeback Inc. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope for some more Warcraft. Quick tier 3 on both sides. We got the sack skull at the shop. They Again, not the greatest damage items for Lin on the blade. Not the greatest steals. 1-0 is always a little bit ahead. Oh, that coil misses. Oopsie. That's 2 more ghoul kills. And the big one. He gets it. Ooh, Dark Ranger, that was important. But the claw +8 goes to the blade. Finally, we get some damage. Finally, we sharpen the sword. And some tankiness items for the TC later. Much appreciated. 1-0 is struggling. Like he hasn't before in this series. It was smooth sailing on both maps. You know, map 2, maybe a little windy. But that's about it. Dark Ranger damage is great though. TC third. 10 euros by Old Korean. Damn, more Neo. Well, if you support me like that, how can I not? Thank you so much. Yeah, donations are really rare these days, so we appreciate every single one of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Boots of Kel'Thalas, we pimpin'! And a Tome of Agility. That's so much damage now! Tiesiok, thank you very much for the 19-month resub. Glad to see you streaming again, mate. Tiesiok626 on Twitch, give that man a follow. Great orc gameplay. And great orc gameplay on the map here as well. He's coming in. The TC isn't even part of the army yet, but the Blade Master cannot level 2. Gotta be careful. Don't overshoot. You have a great setup for the late game, Lin. And now the TC is part of the mix. So is the Lich. Fighting for the big turtle. I'm waiting for some upgrades. Lures out. This would be level 3. With the Stomp secures it. And now crit level 2 and go. With this inventory, 100%. And now I'm waiting for the big red numbers. Plus 23. Plus 28. Excuse me, the battle bongo's just finished. I don't really see a chance here. Oh my god, 222. That coil hit 225. Linsane's sword is back. GG. And the undead dominance is broken. We're not going home 3-0, 3-0. No, no, no. We make this a series. Lin fighting with Blade Master Headhunters. Sometimes it takes something special. And that opener was definitely something special. Insane game by Lin. Contesting early, gets the success. Norwegian Whale with the 50 gifted subs. We waited long. We waited long for this Lin map to happen. He had the bank account ready for exactly this. Much, 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 much love, mate. Much love. The sub counter did indeed drop quite a bit in the past couple of days, but once Lin is winning, it rises again. Insane. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you have a favorite whale, Norwegian Whale? You, just like Kleine Schildpad, absolutely deserve your own emote by now. Fantastic. Thank you so much. We are kind of reliant on people like you. Is it seriously happening again? Lemes with the 5 gifties. High five, mate. Glad to see you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this third game hopefully paves the way for a longer series. And it's gonna be played on the greatest map of them all. Hello, Twisted Meadows. God Church, what a day to sub. It's the day of the Holy Spirit, but glad you're here as well. Thank you. Here we go. Luca Cesaro, thank you for the 3-month resub. Let's go, Lynn. Tone Zone 100 bits. Cheers. Cheers to you all, everybody. Cheers to you all. Lynn is seriously playing this again. Never change a running system, huh? He's still facing elimination. One more map and 1-0 gets this. 15 euros by Basu. My god, the alerts, they will go on for a long time. Oh man. Norwegian Whale, you triggered quite something here. Celebrating the holidays correctly.
Is under siege.
Oops, I forgot. I was so overwhelmed by your support that I forgot to put Lynn on the scoreboard. There we go. DK Gould, same opener. And Blade Master Headhunter, same opener. Contest the DK.
Player's forces are under attack.
Delay his levels and let the Headhunter and the Grunt creep. That's the idea. And Lynn is doing what he did on... Oh, dodges the dust. A little bit too late. But maybe the ghoul. Oh, that looks yummy. Whale is there for the rescue. Good creeping by 1-0. Not allowing anything back. Wow, that Grunt was chasing the Acolyte across the entire map. Interesting. Double circlet. Huge investment into the early game. Headhunter's obviously slower since you had to build a war mill. And double circlet. Can we steal something now? A little too early. But we can test 1-0 in his own front yard. Coil versus backstab. It's very hurt. Lynn has one more windwalk after this. Right now. But as there's one more coil, there's nothing to be gained here. Interesting to see that Lynn is not creeping at the same time. At least not with one Grunt, one Headhunter. Will still take some time. Abandons leveling of the Blade Master quite a bit. If Lynn forces another coil, the Null Overseer will go to him. Oh, Grunt surrounded! Has to use the backstab to pop him out into the undead base. Another Blade is surrounded! Oh no! No, not like this! It's only a level 1 Blade, but it's a pretty bad timing. And this might just be the downfall. Nice dribbling. But get out of here now. Denied at least. Yeah, that's true. Oh my god. I thought for a second he got the Overseer as well. But no, he didn't, right? Oh. I forgot what hotkey it is. And I don't want to break the game. Maybe it's not working with the new observer mode. Let's not break the game. So, Blade is back. Probably...
Player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, probably better than moving all the way back, getting healed selves, then heal up. It's definitely faster. So with that deny, it's not even the biggest win. Headhunter falling is a win though. And Blade is back. Shadowhunter coming. Shop only now. It's one of the latest orc shops that I've seen. One to 0, 2.2. Not close to coil level 2, where you can then hunt the headhunters. Very atypical Twisted game, to be honest, with that much aggression. And so little creeping. We're not trying to go for the lab anymore. That has been countered by undead. Ooh. Burrow creeping? Haha! Okay. Helps a little bit. Don't attack. Alrighty. Gloves of Haste, kinda neat, but Blade Master is under-equipped. Nice little trick here. Wow, only now. 7 minutes into the game, the stream of support is over in the alert section. That was sick. But yeah, Lin needs levels and Lin needs items. Otherwise, 1 to 0 can hit his timing with tier 3 and Frenzy. And we mix things up. It's no Dark Ranger anymore. Ooh, this is a nasty timing. Coil Nova against unupgraded headhunters hurts.
Player's forces are under attack.
Maybe 1 to 0 has a wrong read. It's not punishing this creep spot. Was checking the shop and the merc camp. Not happening. But yeah, Lin needs to creep like crazy. Rune Bracers. Absolutely fantastic against undead. I hope you guys in chat are not dehydrated yet over all the tears that you shed over Coil Nova today. Takes away the boots of Kel'Thalas. Kinda nice. Oh, it doesn't even keep it for the Dark Ranger. Still, barely any damage. Well, I was a big fan of Crit 2. I think with an inventory like this, Backstab is still better. Onto the shop. Oh, gets an orb last second, but that shop again gone. 3 maps in a row where the shop gets sniped with ease. It's kind of a bait, of course, I get that. To lure the ghouls into this position where everything is covered by a double burrow tower. So you want them to attack the shop? And it's still a pretty big loss. 1 to 0 fights into the base. Lin a little bit out of position, waiting for the TC. Can't go up at 50. 1 to 0 seriously fighting burrows. Okay, damage done, time bought, 1-1 upgrades. The ghouls won't melt that fast. But yeah, we have only a level 3 Shadowhunter here. That's not enough. And 1 to 0 is not allowing Lin to creep. Got him in a chokehold. How long can he resist? One more map, this very map, and 1 to 0 is in the grand final. We're happy. And with a lot of mana, Coil Nova can go a long way, you know it. Nice heal scroll against the AoE damage. Oh, the longevity of these ghouls, it's pretty damn good. TC only got a parry up, gets healed up now, trying to fight out. Ghouls, they're all melting, so is the TC, but only level 1. He will be back in no time. Maybe the loss isn't that big, but what about the army? Oh, there's 5 supply more. Drowning, hailing for the Lich. 100 critical strike once again, 2 crits in a row. Ghouls are getting healed up by the statues. Wonderful execution by 120, getting further and further ahead. And closer to the grand final. He needs them crits now. Blade down to 50%. Barely any mana anymore. TC not revived yet. Where's the TC? Only now. That could have been a lot faster. Grunt is falling as well. And 120 realize I don't have to overcharge. The door to the grand final is wide open. Great control. Always pulling the ghouls back, always close to the statues, having the heal scroll ready. Exactly how it's supposed to be. Lin has to go for a red spot, and he needs the most amazing items there. 120 is trying the same with all the time and patience in the world. Hope of Darkness, RNG is here, not with him. If Lin can prevent undead expansions and level, there might be a chance. Well, that's 2 big ifs. Oh boy. There is a TP. Still no level 3 blade. Still no level 2 TC. Hoping for some damage items. Hoping for the level 3. Oh, you need to be quick here. What he got? Scourge Bone Chimes. Decent-ish, but not great. He gets the double level up. Is that enough? Base in shambles. Burrows down. Tower falling. And 120 has the supply lead. Here comes the TP. But it's a good time to go. Very defensive portal as well. Shadow Hunter up front, careful! But no, damage is ending up on the Headhunters. Easy to snipe them, especially when all the ghouls in the mix. This is 1 kill after the next, and they're all going 120's way. Even the Kodo disappears in seconds. The focus fire is really good, the decision making is really good. And that's another heal scroll right there. Oh my god, nothing's dying! On the undead side at least. Statue taken out now, but there's a backup one. And Lin was blasting through the mana. Down 70 food, down a base in a bit. And there's no hope. Crit 2, but with this inventory, it's not gonna make a difference. Yeah. GG, 120, 3-1 into the grand final. We have the 2 undeads clashing. And then we'll see tomorrow if Happy can defend the title or if 120 can do it again. The best undead mirror that we've ever seen in this game happening once again tomorrow. Let's see if 120 can reclaim the throne. Lin and Moon not up to the task today. Simple as that.